Chapter 1, Ransom. My ears perk up as I hear a call coming over the radio. Dispatch is speaking quickly, precisely, and with an urgency I haven't heard in a long time. I've got a report of a man with a gun at the Laurel Springs Urgent Clinic. It has been spotted and verified. Kelsey Harrison called it in, saying Stella Kepler's in the room with the man. At this time, he's not brandished it, but they've requested an officer respond. Apparently, there's a woman who came in with him, whose safety they're worried about. I'm quick to key the radio. As one of the only members of the Moonshine Task Force not related to these two, I can respond while they can't. I've had SWAT training, and besides my dad, I'm the most qualified to take the call. Show me is responding. I'll be there in less than 2 minutes. Got it, Ransom. State troopers are responding with you. 1 unit has acknowledged response. Ransom, you know those two. They wouldn't have called something in if they weren't worried. I hear Caleb on the other end of my radio. I know. I've got this, I assure him, keeping my voice steady. I hate the fact the guys I normally work with won't have my back. But there's 4 of us on patrol today, and 3 of them are related to the 2 women mentioned. To keep everyone safe, it's best if the state troopers help. In the back of my SUV, my canine, Rambo, is going insane as he hears the sirens and feels the acceleration. Not yet, buddy. I try to placate him as he barks loudly. Over the radio, I hear Renegade, Stella's dad. Turn your sirens off. He hasn't pulled that gun yet, and we don't want to give him reason to. Realizing he has a point, I do as instructed. Mine are off, turning onto DePage Street right now. In the distance, I see the lights of the state trooper vehicle responding with me. They've turned their sirens off too, and we both come to a stop in front of the clinic, with minimal squealing of tires. Before I'm even out of the SUV, Kelsey's running out the front, approaching me. Calm down, I tell her as she starts talking. Tell me exactly what's happening, just the specifics. I know her well, and more than anything, I want to get Stella out of harm's way. All I know is the guy requested to go back with the girl. He called her his wife. Stella went back to take her vitals and to get her contact and insurance information. You know, medical history, where she sent her prescriptions to, all the normal stuff. When she came out, she said the 2 of them were answering the questions with conflicting answers. She said the girl keeps looking at him when she answers, and he has his hand around her arm almost as if he's afraid she's going to bolt. Stell took her vitals, and when she did, she noticed the guy has a gun. Guns aren't allowed in the clinic, and none of us can recall ever seeing anyone carrying in here before. Because of the conflicting answers, the way he's holding on to her, and just the general vibe of the room, we both agreed something's up. We're cops kids, you know. To get out of the room, Stell said she had to get a file. She told me to call you all, and she hasn't come back out again. None of this sounds good to me, and I'm immediately worried for Stella. Which room is it? I ask, as I meet the gaze of the other officer who has showed up to help. First one on the left. She runs a hand through her hair. I'm just really worried about Stell. She has tears pooling in her eyes. She's gonna be fine. Why don't you go stand over there with your brother? I see Cruz has showed up, as has Renegade, but neither one of them can be involved in this. First, though, is there anybody in the waiting area? No, she shakes her head. This was our last patient of the day. It's only me, Stell, and Dr. Peterson. He's over there. She points at a young-looking guy standing over to the side. Fucker didn't stay in there with his employees. Already I have a hatred for this douchebag. All right, we'll have her out in a few minutes, I promise. I give Kels a smile before pushing her toward the family that's gathered. What's your plan? The officer asks. Act like the doctor, go in, subdue him, get the fuck out, simple. Shit never happens simple like that. He wipes the sweat from his forehead. It's actually a mild day for us, and the fact that he's sweating is making me feel less confident in his abilities. It will with her. Her dad is a member of the MTF with me. She knows how to handle herself." "If you say so." His tone pisses me off, but right now he's my only backup and I can't count him out. Pulling my gun, I nod to him. "Let's go." My heart thuds so loudly I can hear the reverberation in my ears as we enter the waiting area of the clinic. Clearing the room, we head down the hallway. Coming to the first examination room on the left, I do my best not to knock like a cop. "We're ready and clear for you." I can hear Stella's voice on the other side of the door, and hearing her say it's clear tells me the guy doesn't seem to know anything other than the normal is happening. Within seconds we've opened the door, Stella has pulled the girl out of the way, and we've got the guy turned around with his hands behind his back. I'm reading him his rights while the other cop is cuffing him. "Do you understand these rights?" I ask him as we turn around. Grabbing the gun out of his waistband, I check the chamber, whistling as I see one there ready to go. "Fuck you," he snarls. "Who called on me? Was it that bitch?" He tilts his head toward Stella. Turning him back around, I push him roughly up against the wall as I shove my foot in between his, kicking his legs apart. "Doesn't matter who called. Why'd you have a loaded gun in a doctor's office?" His answer? "Give me a lawyer." Fair enough. Can you transport him? I'm canine. I hand him over to the trooper when I get an affirmative. As they leave, I turn back to Stella and the girl with her. The girl is crying, sobbing with huge gulps of air.
Thank you."
She throws her arms around me.
"Thank you so much."
"You need to thank her," I point at Stella. "If it hadn't been for her having a bad feeling, seeing the gun, and having someone call us, this would have turned out way differently. Do you want to tell me what's going on here?" She wipes at the tears as she turns to Stella, wrapping her arms around her the same way she did me.
I've been with him for 3 straight days. He was having car trouble, and I picked him up, trying to help him. He wouldn't let me go."
She holds up her hand, unwrapping a bandage that's around it. Once she unfurls it, blood pours.
"So I put my hand through a plate glass window, and he was afraid I nicked an artery." "I need the doctor back in here, please," Stella tells me as she applies pressure to the wound. "She had it wrapped up when she first came in, and I didn't know it was this deep." The wound is leaking now. It's bleeding so profusely. "I'll get him." Running out, I yell for the doctor, then step back as Renegade comes bulldozing in. Respectfully, he steps to the side while the douchebag doctor and Stella attend to the girl. I watch as Kelsey takes over, allowing Stella to hug her dad. He pulls her out into the waiting area where I'm standing. "I was scared to death, Belle." He holds her tightly. She pulls back, giving me a smile. "I was good, Dad. Remembered all the stuff you taught me, and Ransom had the situation under control." I blush at her praise. "You were calm, you made it easy. I'll see you back at the station." I give Renegade a nod. "I need to go fill out my reports." "Good work, Ransom." Hearing a superior tell me that means everything to me. As I get out of my SUV, I'm fixing to key my radio, calling an end to the situation and letting dispatch know I'm on my way back, when I hear Stella's voice. "Ransom, wait."
Turning around, I see Stella coming out the front door. She's wearing her scrubs, her hair messy as tendrils come loose from her ponytail. She approaches me, pushing her hair behind her ears. "Yeah?" I put my hands in my vest, careful not to reach out and touch her like I've wanted to so many times since I became old enough to know what it is for a guy to have a crush on a girl. But that's my secret, and my cross to bear. She bites her lip, her blue eyes trained on her shoes as she shuffles back and forth in front of me. Eventually, they move up to my face.
"I just wanted to say thank you."
"Stell, you know if I can ever help you, I'll be right there." She grins, her cheek showing a dimple.
"I know, but still, thanks for rescuing me."
"Just doing my duty, ma'am." I give her a shit-eating grin, laughing when she reaches out to push her hand against my shoulder.
"Oh, shut the fuck up."
She laughs along with me. Inside the SUV, Rambo barks loudly, scratching at the door. I gotta get going, and he knows it's almost time to get off work and go to the dog park.
I won't keep you then, but text me. At least let me take you to dinner for a thank you.
She doesn't have to do it, but I'm willing to take whatever she'll give me. I'll get with you in the next couple days, I say as I stow some of my gear in the SUV.
Be sure you do.
She waits for me to turn around before she stands on her tiptoes, leans in, and kisses me on the cheek.
Thanks again for being my hero today.
As she turns to leave, I reach out, grabbing her fingers with mine. If you let me, Stell, I'd be your hero every day. Our eyes lock, but we don't say anything else before she slightly nods, dropping my fingers, and goes back into the clinic. Smooth, Ransom. Real fucking smooth.
You can listen to the rest of the book in the Tempt Romance audiobooks app, available on the App Store and Google Play. The link to the book is in the description. Discover even more bestsellers and exclusive stories updated weekly, only in Tempt Romance audiobooks.